All right, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order and we're gonna do roll call.
Okay, Douglas Gomer. Amanda Berger.
Ripperger.
Okay.
Here.
Jamie Parrott.
Present.
Rob Keller. Leslie Hill.
Here.
Marvin Gribbins. And Tim Bryan.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the approval of the June 18th meeting agenda. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, approval of the May 21st meeting minutes. Everybody study those in depth.
That's good.
Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Looks like nobody's here for public comment, no old business, one item on new business, a application for the 2024 Indianola Car Show on July 29th. Could be a busy week for Indianola, that's good.
It always is. That last week of July is always.
What's that?
Balloons and.
It'll be balloons right after
County fair.
Red County Fair, yeah.
Perfect.
Stuff.
Bring it.
It's,
Yeah.
but isn't it? It's that way every year. That last week of July, every year it's like that. There's something going on every day.
I just wish it was on Buxton Street, but finally,
Find more cars. Find more cars.
more cars, bring them over.
So what is this details on this car show? What is it?
Yeah,
Where
it's being done by the Indianola Elks. It's a closure of Ashland, Salem, and Howard, essentially adjacent to the courthouse. So those whole 3 blocks and the intersections associated with closed. But yeah, as Amanda mentioned, Buxton will remain open north to south. So.
Okay.
It's a heavy traffic day.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm normally out of town that week, so this will be my first Indianola car show experience. It's a good turnout.
Yeah, they said
I mean,
250 to 300 people is what they are, 2 to 250 is what they typically see. So.
That's really fun.
it would be a great day for retail. I mean, the women are looking for things to do. and
Yeah, they don't want to sit and look at cars.
They drink all day. I mean, it's a good day. Yeah.
Most.
And I'm assuming they're leaving that corridor open on Buxton for
Emergency.
emergencies, and that's why they took up the other 2 blocks.
Yeah, either that or they just.
What made sense in my
I
head.
don't know if it's just that they don't have enough to fill all that in or what, but I don't know the rationale behind that.
Charlie, I didn't read on that one. Did they apply for the open container?
No,
I
they did
don't believe so,
not.
no.
It said on there, no.
I wonder if they're aware of that, because that can be fun.
We can let them know, definitely.
Okay,
As part of that, the Elks, because they still have time to put that
Like they
request in
wrote
if they want to.
yeah, it just
No
seems like,
alcohol allowed outside of establishment.
yeah,
That's what they wrote on the first
Okay.
page.
oh. All right.
I wonder if they're very, very protective.
Of their vehicles,
So
yeah.
I mean, even sticky fingers. So I wonder if that
Right.
has something to do with that they're like, nope, keep it inside.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and then the sanitation portion of cans and whatnot. Perfect, that sounds good to me. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Charlie, correct me if I'm wrong, but circling back, did Eli with the concession stand get approved for his patio?
Yep.
Yeah,
That all got approved by council, so he signed the document. I don't know, made payment and all that stuff. I believe he has, but.
He's approved for the patio.
I know.
The only other thing, I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit beforehand, and I know there was an email last night about, the need to have this meeting for just the one item, and as we've mentioned, there hasn't been many items that have come about, so I think if there is some consensus, amongst the commission to essentially end this commission, we staff can run that through council and see if there's support for that, but if I can get a consensus from you on that, that would be helpful.
We put the regular events on autopilot, so they'll be even. less.
Yeah, that's the other thing yet to note is that we did change some council policy on some of these events. So some of the reoccurring events like the home for the holidays and things like that. Council has essentially said those are automatically approved. We don't want to keep going through those processes every single year of, debating them and all of that stuff. So we just have to figure out the logistics of each event from, but they don't come before council or the commission anymore. So even at that, you know, you're gonna have these one-off events like this car show that, I don't know if it's happened annually or not, but this is one of the first ones we've seen in a while, so.
Question about that. So stuff like this one and this commission disappears, then where does this information go to be approved or not approved?
The stuff that it would still probably go through council, so on the one-off events that would happen on the square that aren't normal, it would still follow the council process, it just, there would be no recommendation coming from this council to the commission, or from this commission to the council, excuse me.
It would be, if this commission decides to go away and we would not get Main Street, it would be helpful to have a mechanism where a copy of the applications would go through, whether it's Main Street or IDM, whatever it is that exists. Just so you're aware, we're aware, we can communicate it to merchants and we can figure out how to capitalize on it.
If that's something we wanna wait until we find out if we're going to get the Main Street designation or not, and then we go from there,
Yeah.
we can do that as well. I don't foresee many things coming down the pike in the next couple of months anyway, so waiting's probably not the worst thing in the world.
I wouldn't mind just holding until if the Main Street goes through. If that goes through, then I think we can just kind of,
Yeah.
Dissipate.
That's helpful, so we'll do that.
it's not like there's so much like.
Yeah, it's not like
discussion
we.
here that's oh my gosh, we gotta
Yeah,
defend our.
Yeah, no, exactly, I get that, so,
yeah.
yeah, we'll find out about the Main Street officially sometime early the week of August 5th. And there'll be a council meeting on the 19th, so we'll kind of start the process then if we did get it, so.
And I agree with Leslie, like at that point, if Main Street didn't happen in our favor and we weren't awarded that, then maybe this commission switches more to the executive board of the downtown merchants, kind of like filter some of these, can tweak it how they see fit with their event knowledge, and it just seems like a better fit for you guys to filter the applications.
What I fear when our group would go away is that I feel like this is a place where information from all these different groups and retail and not retail and home, I feel like we kind of bring all this information together. And if we get rid of this, then that communication stops happening.
Right.
And that I don't want to happen. Cause there's so many different groups there in this county. And there's nowhere other than when we have a meeting that we come together and talk about things. I mean, so and so and so and so might email about it, so and so and so and so might talk about it over supper or coffee, but all of us at once, I feel like that's super important.
Right.
I don't want that to completely go away.
I had a question for Charlie. On your replacement, do you think this group would be helpful to your position or just another meeting?
No, not necessarily. I think, yeah, in a sense, it might be just another meeting, but as long as there is always a tie between the city and the downtown in some way, shape or form, I think that's all we're looking for. And that's really what this group was meant to do as well. But again, like I mentioned, you know, we didn't know how strong the downtown merchants was back in whenever we did this in 2021, I think it was when we put this together. There was just a lot of things we didn't know. So as long as the city is continuing to have relationships with IDM, with the Main Street group, if that does become a thing, I think we're sitting in the same position we are today with this group, so.
It would ideally, if we would not get Main Street, it would be ideal to shift Indianola downtown merchants to Indianola downtown, so it is encompassing
Yeah.
other businesses
Yeah.
and
Well, I think, so let's do.
residents and
yeah.
property owners.
It would push people to be engaged with the Indianola downtown, where sometimes I've held back because I'm like, I can only be part of so many groups. Yeah.
So let's do that. We'll kind of wait until we get some direction on the Main Street and kind of where we're going from there. And once we figure that out, we'll kind of make some decisions from there.
That's good.
All right, any additional comments? We had a motion to adjourn.
A motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Million, 24.